In the other place, Mr. Vice President, I would have spoken a lot about the significant investment and job creation that had been achieved by this government. I got a chance to speak about investments. I would just repeat a few figures because I want it on the records that I think that we have done extremely well. I want to thank the investee for the job that they have done, and also the Investment Directorate in the Ministry of Trade and Industry, to the extent where we closed in fiscal 2023 in terms of closed investments, $1.5 billion, generating 1,453 jobs, and then other operational jobs, and not to overlap between closed and those that were made operational. As I said, these are what we have done work with. There are other investments ongoing in the country that we would not be aware of. These are private sector ongoing investments. But again, operational investments on the non-energy side at the extent of another $264 million, generated 529 jobs. And I spoke about the reinvestments by the manufacturing sector, 40 or so reinvestments that I'm aware of, all recorded to the tune of $1.4 billion, which is quite significant, Mr. Vice President, and expected to generate another 923 jobs. So altogether, those that we are involved with through the Ministry of Trade and through InvestTT, more than $3 billion TT dollars in investments on the non-energy side. And if I were to break that down in terms of foreign direct investment, $1 billion, and local direct investment, $2.2 billion, and all amounting and contributing, to 2,905 jobs. And many of these investments, many of them, I would say, would be the newer investments in the BPO industry, and I will speak to that later, the business process outsourcing industry, which is hiring a lot of young persons as well. And there are also a slew of investments in the pipeline again. But the evidence is there. And I know that they question the figures that we bring to the table. The evidence is there. And if I go to the central bank report, there's been steady growth in private sector credit, both by the non-bank financial institutions, 17.7%, and by the commercial banks, 6.9%. In fact, private sector growth has grown by $6.9 billion from $64.1 billion in June 2023 to 68.6 just a few months later. Again, testament to a very healthy economy and, of course, from a stable government.